In today's video we will add one lightning carousel here with the latest books and what are the available. So I will just go with 3 images. So generally we will design the lightning carousel using the lightning carousel tag and the image tag, right? So this is the lightning carousel and then image. Now what, like this is, if we just add the source here and then we are good with the code. We don't have to write any much JS or any CSS for this. But instead of using the lightning carousel, we will go with the custom code. The same UI, the same thing. Let's see with the code. And also it's not just the full page carousel. We can also go with the cards carousel, like one card here and then other card here and then other. They can be auto scroll, but in this video we will just see the full page, and then later in the other pages we will go with the cards carousel. So I have created a carousel component. Let's just add the meta tags first. True, and then targets. Inside this we should have target, that is lightning default, community default, and then we can go with lightning community page. Let's deploy this and see whether we can see this or not there in the experience builder, I would say. Now if we go and just scroll this, sorry, refresh this. So let's refresh again in the components. Okay, we have the carousel. So let's just add here. Now we don't have anything, so it will not show anything. Now let's start building. Okay, in the template tag, let's just add one div first, and then div class carousel, and inside this let's add one more div, and its class name is carousel underscore panels. Like each let's go with carousel stage, stage, and inside this now we need the panels. That means each image. Okay, carousel underscore panels, and then inside this now template. Why like see, if you go and check in the lightning carousel code, so here we have to give the image every time, right? So lightning, we can have one template tag, and then inside this we can just iterate those images. But like here it's only 3 images, so we can just put the code. But what if we have some 10 images? We can't always hard code, right? So it should be like you cannot hard code here. So you can always store all these image links in custom metadata, and you can fetch from there, or you can also write in the JS file also. So let's do that. First let's upload the images in the files. Okay, if we go and open the files, so upload file. So I have already created few, so done. Let's generate public link for this, no expiration, create, and then one more file, this file, done. Now public link for this, create link, close. Now the next one, this public link, and then expiration, create link, create. Okay, yeah, we have uploaded the images, so we will use these images in the carousel. Okay, so let's add template first, template tag. So for each images, let's remove this. Now for item, let's give the name as image only. Why is it? Okay, let me close the template tag first. Template. Okay, I haven't closed here, so that's fine. Now for each item image, inside the image we will go with the div, and let's name this as carousel underscore panel, like each image, no, that's why. And then key equal to what will be the key image dot id. So for each image we will show, and now inside this we should have the image tag, only then it will show the image. Now source is what? Image dot src, let's name it as src. And then here alt text will be let's define this attribute also, image dot alt, and then let's give the class name as for this also, so that it will be easy for us to do the styling, carousel image. So yeah, we are good with the just images part, right? So now we don't have this image, we have to define the image. So for that, let's import the track property, because we will store all those images in the tracks, no, that's why. Now let's take one @track images equal to, so why I have taken images here, I am iterating with the images only, that's why. Now for each, in the images we have to take the item, that means item is one image. First one id will be 1, we have to take id, why? Because like we are doing the carousel, right? So what is the first image, what will be the next image? So I'm sorry, yeah, what will be the first image, what will be the second image, like in order to track the index of the image, now which image is showing up, is it the first image or second image, that like that. Source we will write later, and then alt. Why alt? Because let's say first image, ideally we should give the names as correctly. Active, why I am taking active? Because these are needed to track the image property, like which image is currently active now, which image is not active. So in place of source, let's add the first image URL. Let's public link, copy, and then paste it here. So we will get the image. Now copy the image address, and here let's copy this. And now we need 3 images, right? Like I have uploaded only 3, so let's go with the 3 images. Then this will be second one, this will be third one id, and let's copy the other 2 images links also. I have used best winter deals image, right? So let's use first one now. Public link, copy link, and then Control V, copy image address. So in place of this we have to copy the second image. Okay, and then what is the next image? The third image, copy link, and then, so why we can't use the public link is because it will show in the image, like it's in the preview, not exactly the image address. So we cannot use the public link, we should use the image address for that. And then not just this, we can also use the public link URL, which we can export from the content distribution object also, that I will teach later. So we are good with the images. So let's deploy and see what the UI will look like. Okay, it is deployed, and then the experience builder, just refresh. Okay, it's not bad. Yeah, so this is a carousel, but now we have the first image. Okay, since we gave the first image as that best winter deals, it is there. Now how do we click to the side? There's no indicators, right? And we don't have the auto scroll also. So let's just add the indicators first. Okay, for that we have to go to the HTML, and then let's add the indicators, like left one and the right one. Okay, so this is the whole carousel. So after this we will add one more div. So here class is carousel underscore indicator. Okay, now inside this let's add again one more template tag. Okay, let's just, now inside the template we need for each, again the same images, but we need the indicator for every image, right? Not just single image. So we will just add this indicator for each image. Okay, let me copy from here. And then the UTTON button, so let's name it as class ROUSEL underscore indicator hyphen action. Okay, we call that as action. And what is the issue here? Okay, we did not mention the ID. Now key equals to image.id, and let's add data ID equals to, again, same image.id. Now on click of that, what should happen? So we should write one function, right? On click of, we'll just make that as handle indicator click. Okay, this is good. And now let's give enter, and then let's add one span tag. So class is SLDS assistive text. So this will be go to next image, like that. Okay, go to image. So if we want to go to image, then image ID we will, like first image or second, we can specify that also. Now we have added the indicator for every image. Now after this we need buttons, right? Like we should have this arrow marks, like to the left and to the right, so that we will add now. So button class SLDS BUTTON button SLDS BUTTON underscore icon, and then carousel button. The more classes we have, the more flexibility we will have. Now carousel underscore button left. So what should happen on click? On click, it should happen handle previous. Okay, so it's a left one, right? So we should display the previous one. Now we have added the placeholder, but to view we should add one lightning icon. So we will just go with the chevron icon will be there. icon name equals to utility CHEVRONLEFT. This is the icon name, and let's give some alternate text also. Let's give it as previous, and then size will go with medium, and yeah, and let's copy the same button here again, and then we should use it for the right side, right? So alias carousel button here, let's put this as right. This will be handle next one, like we need the next image, right? So that's why. And chevron right, and text will be, all text will be next. Yeah, let's deploy, and okay, it is deployed, but if we click it will not work. Why? Because we have not added anything. So I mean anything as in functionality. So let's refresh and see if we can see the indicators or not. Yeah. Okay, I don't see any indicators. So let's see why this is not showing up. Indicators, this button, right? Let's make this aside and then now check. Okay, the button is there, but it is not showing up because of the styling. Okay, the button is still there. See, if you observe here, this best winter deals is one image, and this is the second image. So okay, we have C. Okay, this is first image, this is footer, and this is second image, and this is third image. So we have not added any scroll, any CSS or functionality. Now if you see, this is the indicator. Okay, we have not added any method, so it will show error. Yeah, so let's add the JS methods and see if we can see the indicators. Okay, now there is no carousel, it's just the image. So we have the indicator here, that's why. Okay, if we add CSS and everything, it will be good. Now first we should add the handle indicator click. So in the JS, if we go now, handle indicator click of event. So const, let's take some ID equal to % of event dot target dot dataset dot id, comma some 10. This 10 why we are taking, because when we want to calculate the index, then having a base value will be much easier. Okay, now this dot update active image id -1. Okay, now what is this active image is, we have defined the active property, correct? So whenever you click the indicator, it will, what it will do is, now only the first one is active, I mean true. Okay, I haven't changed anything, it should be false. That's why it is showing up all the images there. I have just copied, right? That's why. So first it will show this image, and whenever you click that, we are updating the active image ID. That means we are subtracting. Okay, so what we should do is, in this update active image, we should update the index. Okay, so update active image of index. Now inside this dot current index equal to index, like whatever we are sending the parameter, that will be the index. Like current image is what, Okay, I haven't defined any property called current index. Let's do that. Current index. So first it will be 0. It should start from the 0, right? That's why. Now 0 minus 1 is minus 1. So that's not like, it will go to the third image, like last image. 1 2 3 means 0 minus 1 will be minus 1, but it should take the third image, like from the right. It's a circular loop. Okay, now we are updating the index, and this dot images, we will change the order of the images now again. Like we will add that image to the last image. This dot images dot map of image comma I, whatever the index I, and then add this, and then we are adding all the images again. Like we will add that image to the last, no? That's why. Now let's give some indicator class as search. Indicator class of I equal to index, then indicator class if that is true. So let's name this as SLDS is active. So colon and then again this. So what does this mean is, we have to close one more break. Okay. Okay, I have closed here only, that's okay. Okay, what this is indicator click. So when we will click this indicator, whenever we have that chevron icons, right? So when we click this indicator, it will come here, it will get the ID of that particular image where you have clicked, and then it will update the current index. That means current index, control V, control S, yeah. Current index will be whatever you have clicked. Now what it will do, whatever the image you have clicked, we are iterating through the images only, right? So this will update the image with the index. Okay, if the, for example, if the index is 1, okay, first, not this I mean this one image, okay, this ID we should consider. Now if the image is 1, for the 1 it will add the next remaining images, and indicator class, like we will define a property indicator class. How we are defining is, if I is equal to index, that means whatever the images we have, like 1 2 3, first it will take 1, correct, for the first image. If this 1 is equal to this image, we will add the image again to the last, and we make that as active. That means that is showing up, otherwise we will not add that. So where are we using this SLDS class is, we will add here only. Okay, this is indicator button, correct? So here we will add indicator class, image dot indicator class. Okay, now after this, first we have added the indicator. Now this, what this is doing is, it is updating the images array with the all the images again, and it is making sure that only one image will be active at a time. Okay, and also we need the carousel style, right? So we will just add one get carousel style getter property. So as soon as we land on the page, it will show the images. So inside this we have to return transform property, translate x direction of, translate of dollar this dot current index into 100, and then modulo and close it, and then transition. This is for auto scroll. Okay, transform 0.5 seconds is in out. This property, what it will do is, I have just added this logic, but I will not show this one now. What it will is, first we will add the images and then we will get the auto scroll, right? So for that I have added the get carousel style. First let's deploy and see whether it's showing up the indicators and not. Okay, now let's refresh this part. Yeah, now again, okay, the images are still there because we haven't added any CSS. Now let's add the handle previous, handle next methods. Handle previous means it should subtract the index by -1. Okay, so for that let prev index equal to this dot current index -1 plus this dot images length. Okay, now for this we will do the modulo this dot images dot length. Okay, this is what it is means. Now we are updating the previous like index. Whenever you click that previous, it should go to the previous image, no? So for example, if the current index is 2 minus 1 is 1, so it will go to the 1 image. But why we are doing this? Because here we are setting the target for everything as by 10, so that it will be a base number. That is why we are updating the image lengths and divide modulo by the image's length only. So when you do this modulo thing, whatever the reminder we get, that will be the image. Okay, and this dot we should update again the active image status also, right? So that's why we are updating the method again. Now similarly, like the same we should do it for the handle next method also. So but the only difference in the handle next is we will give it as +1, not the -1. It should go to the next one, not the previous one. So we will rename it as next index, and again we should update the active status of the class or image, I would say. So we are good with this, and now let's add some styling part. carousel dot css carousel. Now we have to start from beginning. So first what we will do, let's see the classes. First is this part. We will start from the first div so that we won't miss anything. Carousel display position, let's give it as relative. I gave absolute. Okay, relative. And then wait, why my keyboard is working differently today. Width as 100% and then overflow hidden. Let's not show overflow. Okay, we are good with the carousel. Now what is our next class? Carousel stage. So carousel stage means only this part. Okay, carousel stage as in the whole thing. Okay, carousel is a whole component, and inside that only this part we will just go with the carousel stage. Let's copy this and let's style this part. So display flex, again width 100%. all right, and now after the carousel stage we have the carousel panels. So what are these panels? These are images. So now like each one will go from like one after the other, right? That one is the panels. Let's add styling for that. So display flex, and then flex direction should be row because we will swap them horizontally, no? That's why it should be row. And width should be 300%. Why? Because now we have 3 images, correct? That means the whole panel, like we have 3 images now, but we can see only the one image, but its width should be the number of images width. Like we have 3 now, so it should be 100, 100, 100, 300. Now we have 300, but we will be seeing only the first 100 part. Why? Because we made the overflow as hidden and we are updating the active status again, so that's why. Transition, it should be uh, transform 0.5 seconds is in out. This property will be very smooth. Now carousel, I think panel, yeah, carousel panel is for each image. Now this is for the whole container and this is for the each image. So let's give the width as 100%, okay, and now height as auto, or we can give the height which we need. Okay, we are good with the carousel panel. Now next class is carousel indicator. So indicator as in we have those buttons. So let's style this indicators. Position should be absolute. Like why? Because on these images we want the indicators, right? So we have to give the absolute position, only then indicators will show up on the image. That's why. Now bottom, let's give some 10 pixel just to make sure, and then left should be 50%, otherwise it will, like we can't see those indicators, it will be behind the like image backside. And next property is transform, so we will translate it to minus 50%, x only the horizontal direction it should happen. Minus 50 means it will be a mirror image. Like if for example this is our screen, like only this part is our screen, now the indicator is here, when we translate is like that indicator will show up inside the image, like here. Now after that let's make this as display flex and justify content center. Okay, now what is the next class? Let's see here, carousel indicator action. So this is for every image it should be. So dot carousel indicator action. Margin, let's give some margin 0 and 5 pixel. Border, we don't want any border, so let's give as none. And then background, let's just go with some color now. Hash DDD, it's like not pure white, a bit. Border radius, we need the indicators border set. If you don't give 50%, it will be square. If you give 50, it will be round. Generally we will go with the round indicators, right? So that's why. And width of those indicators, let's give as 12 pixel, and then height also we will give as 12 pixel. We cannot, we can modify all this. Cursor, we should give it as pointer. And now after that what we have, okay, we have carousel indicator action. Now we are updating the indicator class, that means active, inactive, that one. So even for that also we should style, right? So carousel, just copy the same class and then go here, carousel indicator action. Now the other class name is SLDS is active, I think so. Yeah, SLDS is active. Copy this, paste this. Now click on this. Now background will be the same white, hash DDD. Okay, now after this we are done with the actions. Now we have the buttons. Okay, what we gave, carousel button is there, so go here, carousel button. Now position is absolute, like this is more of like action, and then buttons also the same. Now position is absolute, top 50%, and then transform. Again the translate, now it should be translate y, like vertically, minus 50%, and then background RGBA, so 255, 255, 255, and then this color 0.5, and we don't want any border again, and then border radius, it should be 50, only then they will show up in a round. Okay, cursor will be pointer, z index will be 1, because it should not go behind, right? It should be on top of the image. And now we are good with the carousel buttons, and then I think we have carousel button left and right. We should style this also. Carousel left, it should be some left 10 pixels so that we can see it on the screen. I will show you again like what happens with each change. I will explain clearly. And for the carousel right also, we should give some pixel, but it should be to the right. This one, GHT right, so here it should be right. Now expand this, right left 20 pixel. Okay, let's deploy this and see what it will be output. It is deployed, and then let's refresh this. Once we refresh, we should be seeing the indicators. Yes, yeah. Cannot read the properties of undefined. Okay, we haven't defined completely still. So now we can see the images in a row. Okay, now we have the indicator here. Okay, second image, and this is third image. Now we need to show each image like in one full screen, correct? So for that we should add property indicator class. I think we haven't added that. Yes, see, we are defining the style but we are not adding it. Indicator class, first one will be active, only the first one will be active, rest all will be empty. Once we click the next, it will be shown indicator class, and then it's empty. Copy the same, and here let's deploy and see what happens. And let's refresh here. So why this is not showing up? Okay, I think like all the images are on the same page, and clicking next and right, it's not happening. Let's add the auto scroll and see. Okay, we have added the, oh wait, I think I have missed the carousel style. So for the panels we need the style, no? So we should add that style here. Carousel, let's define some property carousel style. We can define this way and then back. Let's deploy this. So I think now it should show the complete image and then the transition, but auto scroll will not be there since we haven't added it. Like as soon as you land on the page, it will not show anything. Okay, this is not showing up properly. Let's see again. Is it the same thing? Carousel style. Okay, let's start with the build. And in the connected callback, this dot start auto scroll, then it will start the carousel. And in the disconnected callback, we need to stop it. This dot stop OP stop auto ATU auto scroll. And in the start scroll auto scroll method, we should set the interval. Okay, so this dot, let's define some property like interval id. Now this dot interval id equals to set method, we should use set interval of, and set interval of this dot handle next. So inside this it will automatically call the next and it will update the image index, correct? So let's give the interval as 3 seconds, 3000. Okay, now we have updated. Now stop, we have to stop the scroll when we go to some other page. So for that, what we should do is, if interval id is there, that means something, it is moving, then we should clear the interval. So clear interval of this dot interval id. Oh wait, this dot interval id, and then click on this. Now in the previous and in the next, we should call this methods. This start previous means we should stop this carousel first, I mean auto scroll first, and after that we should start again, start auto scroll. And similarly, okay, we have added everything. Let's see why indicators are not showing up. Okay, we are missing something. This dot handle next is not a function. This dot handle next. Okay, I've copied the method but I haven't changed this dot handle next. Deploy the source to work, refresh. Okay, we should refresh the whole page only because the auto scroll is running. Okay, see, the auto scroll started, but there is something wrong with the image, like why 3 are showing up. Let's preview first, inspect, and let's see what is the wrong in this. Let's see why this is not showing up the chevron icons. I think we have the icons like the background but not the icon. That means we made some mistake in the icon only. CHV chevron left, right. This is correct. Okay, I did the spelling wrong for utility. Let's see, it should work now. It will show the icons. Okay, refresh. Okay, we are good with icons and see the images part. Now if we observe, in one panel only we are able to see the 3 images. So let's go with the panel. Okay, I gave width as 100, height as auto. So width 100 means only one panel, and I did not define anything for the image. So it is adjusting all the 3 images in one panel only. So let's add the width for this, and this is minimum width should be 100, and box sizing border box, and then for this let's give not height, width is okay. Let's deploy and see first. Refresh. Now we should have one image in one panel. Okay, yeah, okay, I gave height as 500, that is why. So if we give the 500 for the carousel, we should also give 500 for image, 500 pixel. Let's go with 800, or else we can go with the VH or VW, all those, whatever the carousel container height. We want the full image now, so we should show the height also 800 for the image. Okay, let's deploy. Sorry, let's refresh. Okay, this is better, lot. I think we can still reduce the size. Let's go with some 600 only. Whatever the carousel container we have, we should do that also. Or else let's not give height for the carousel and see what happens if we give height for just image. Refresh. Okay, so since we have restricted the image, carousel got adjusted, and functionality wise it is working. Cool. So this is how we add the carousel, and we can also add some border to this, but it won't look good. And we can just add one banner to make sure like we differentiate. Now it's like the same, and we have this border, so we can add one white banner or anything, or else we can remove the bottom border, whatever we have for the navigation menu. I think for the navigation menu we have the bottom border, so we can remove it from there also. This is the navigation. Okay, see, here we have the bottom border, so if we remove it from there, this is good. So we can do that also, but I will not make any changes now. But if we remove the border from navigation menu, now this is like this. Styling is all, it's all about how we want. Okay, and thank you.